Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we defeated the Black Tyranno. We learned that Lavos came to our planet from space and crash landed 65 million years ago. After that incident, a new gate was opened up and we gained access to 12,000 BC. Now that we've taken care of a little bit of the extra stuff, let's see where the Skyway takes us. Welcome to my favorite area of the entire game. For obvious reasons. I've already talked about how this music drew me in, even when we get little snippets of it earlier on in the game. I left this game on as a kid and just listened to this song, to be honest. This was always my aim when I would play the game, was to get back here. Especially, like, after the first time I played through this game entirely and I learned the plot and everything involved in this part of the game, all I wanted to do was come back here. This place is just awesome. Nhasa. This is the eternal kingdom of Zeal, where dreams can come true. But at what price? Am I a butterfly dreaming I'm a man? Or a bowling ball dreaming I'm a plate of sashimi? Never assume that what you see and feel is real. I'm Doreen. Seek the hidden path and open the doors of knowledge, each in turn. Doreen now will cycle through the same 3 spots and give you the same 3 lines. Welcome to Nhasa in the magical kingdom of Zeal. We find truth in the bliss of sleep. Who might you be? What strange visitors? Welcome to Zeal. Is this part of a dream? Queen Zeal rules our magical kingdom. She is without peer in beauty and greatness. Queen has given us everything. After the king died, she nurtured magic, which has advanced the kingdom. Truth exists in dreams, herbal tea, crystals. Do you believe in fate, which means our lives are all predetermined? Yes, of course. So, you're a believer. It's useless for us to fight destiny. I don't have time for this. There's no such thing as fate. You're right. We're masters of our own destinies. Speaking of which, I believe there was a doorway of destiny somewhere around here. Awesome! Let's find that door to destiny. The city of Kjar, where they study magic, lies on the edge of the western continent. The airship Blackbird is kept there. Queen has sealed the elemental weapons in the North Palace. You can see its entrance on the northern continent, but no one is allowed there. Sealed weapons. Does that look familiar? The door to the Northern Palace is sealed with a mysterious energy. Even we enlightened ones cannot open it. Welcome. What can I do for you? you have the absolute basis. We can buy mid-tonic, or I thought we could already buy mid-tonics. We can get full tonics if you want, which will store 500 HP. Sure, I'll get a couple. It's not like I need a lot of them. But yeah, you can buy a few things here if you care. How may I help you? What wrong? That animal good food? Love how she celebrates it. The black wind howls. One among you will shortly perish. Is this true? What are the percentages? Why did he say such a thing? Strange one, but not bad boy. This is a spring of recovery. Heal your mind and body here. Simply by walking across, we are fully healed. I wonder what's inside the North Palace. Bet there's a key to it in the palace, but entry is strictly forbidden. Queen's palace is at the center of Zeal. From there, she protects the entire world. That's why we can sleep our days away. Now, there's one other thing we can do while we're here. There are 3 books. And that's the wrong way. Fire, water, and wind. We're not told what those do until a little bit later, so I will hold off on doing that and backtrack. Any excuse to spend more time here listening to this music. Yeah, there's a lot of detail I could go into about some of the things we've talked to. Doreen is interesting if you've played the sequel. That's all I'm going to say. We talked to this boy who said someone among us will shortly perish. I'm not sure what he was talking about with the black wind, though. Main continent. This area is so awesome. The blackbird. We've heard this music once before. Who are you guys? Everything okay with the blackbird? Everything's A-okay, Sir Dalton. Of course it is, you idiot. What are you doing here? Ah, it was true then. The ones the prophet said would come and cause trouble. Let's see how you handle this little situation. I didn't think they'd make it so easy on me. I have no idea what you're talking about. This is apparently a dock. Come on, go through, please. Thank you. But yeah, we've heard this song once before. City of Kjar. Magical city of Kjar. We do experiments for the Queen. Your power differs from ours. In you I sense a strange aura of kindness. Combine the ancient rainbow shell and the sunstone to create incredible weapons and items. But now only the Guru of Life has the skill. Elemental power usage is forbidden. Lancer's so content. I wish I could be too. Interesting. That's the Sun Keep you see on the southern continent. A sunstone. Once the source of the world's power was kept there. But when we began to use our new energy source, it was sealed up, just like the North Palace. They claim we don't need the energy of this tired old planet. As you can see, the Sun Keep in Prehistoric we saw, it was quite a bit different. And it wasn't a building, it was just a cave. You have the same items. You've got load shields, but I cannot sell them unless the Queen says it's okay. Interesting. We've been seeing a lot of Janus lately. He appears upset, paces around. His only friend other than his sister is that stupid cat, but Tempest rages in his head. Queen Zeal has 2 heirs, Shala and Janus. As a kid, I'd always pronounced it Scala. Don't believe that's correct. I believe it's Shala. And I've heard people say Janus or Janus. I've always used Janus, but then again, I grew up English background, so it makes sense that I would, you know, see a J and say, okay, it starts with a J sound. I think it's a number of the Nordic countries, it's they often use the Y sound instead, but I don't know much about it. Shala is an incredible child who has extraordinary magical powers. Being so gifted, she'll breeze through life. My, you've got an unusual aura. So you must possess the skill too. Must be very primitive compared to ours. You poor things. How did we come by our skills? Why do others lack them? Who cares? So that was us asking him that question. He doesn't care at all. He just knows he has magic, apparently. Those lacking magic always lived beneath the clouds as the earthbound ones. After all, they lack what we have. This is still 12,000 BC. This is a floating continent, basically, or a number of them. They hide above the clouds and don't have to deal with the Ice Age. So the people that we haven't seen that still live on the planet are apparently without magic. Apparently these guys are full of magic. We've got another book here. There's the water one. There's the fire one. And the other one's down here. Wind one. The Earthbound ones are being allowed to work on the construction of the palace. They do have a purpose after all. The Ocean Palace lies deep beneath the waves. It's a symbol of the Queen's power. The palace is the source of light which sustains all living things. Queen Zeal the Great. Construction of the Ocean Palace is behind schedule. Eternal palace beneath the waves. It'll be a sight to see when it's done. Great aeroplane Blackbird which Balthazar built. Speaking of which, didn't we talk to someone who said something about a blackbird before? When it soars in the sky, it looks alive. Balthazar is truly a genius. Alright, talk to you. Oh yeah, before we do this, see the sparkle up in the top right? It sparkled once. It takes forever to sparkle. It's not on the ground. This one I missed for many, many, many years. The most hidden speed tab probably in the entire game. Even more so than that power tab in the future there. I found that one on my first couple of playthroughs. It was more than a decade before I found this one. I heard Scala's powers far exceed those of her mother. And then there's her stepbrother Janus. He's of royal blood. Doesn't seem to have a speck of magic. I'm working on a tab that will boost magical skill. But my precious products have been disappearing lately. It must be the naughty new that hit them. They love pranks. What can I do? Oh, that's a defective item. Too bad, huh? Heard a strange prophet has come to the palace. I don't know the details, but I heard he has uncanny powers. And we heard something about that. Zeal's advances stem from a new energy source. Its power surpasses that of the elements. The gurus of life, time, and reason live in Zeal. Their skill and knowledge is supreme. Water summons winds. Wind makes fire dance. A guru once told me that the sunstone could store the almost infinite energy of our sun. But if its energy were used up, it would lose its glow and change into a moonstone. I don't want to interrupt the song with a clip, but somebody once told me you can play the rest of the song in your head, I'm sure. Did you know a moonstone can be recharged if you leave it in the sun? But it takes eons, so it's unlikely for us to see that gorgeous glow again. Almost everyone in this room has told us something either about what will happen, could happen, or has happened, instead of having boring random dialogue about their daily lives. I love this game. Hey. Oop, no, I don't want to talk about that again. This new, he won't talk to me. But this new, water summons wind. Wind makes fire dance. That's your clue. Water summons wind. Wind makes fire dance. You found something strange. You may not have heard that. I might cut out my what I said there, but yeah, there's laughter in the background. If you're doing that, you get a black rock. It all began eons ago when a man's ancestors picked up a shard of strange red rock. Its power was beyond human comprehension, cultivated dreams. In turn, love and hate were born. Only time will see how it all ends. Don't think I can talk to that other book. Oh, we already went in there. My bad. Okay. So now we've learned something about those books. Let's go back. Okay. Now we know what those books do. Let's try and figure them out. That one's fire. I never remember which book is where. There's wind. Okay, now I know where they all are. Water summons wind. Wind reveals fire. Or fuels fire. I can't remember what they said anymore. I just said it twice. The Guru of Reason is gone. Challenge me. Well, we fought news before. That shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, crap. Shit. There's a specific reason for the party that I have. Falcon hit is your best bet in these fights because 2 Falcon hits will take out the entire line of them. If you don't have them, then you're in a lot of trouble. As you can see, we're all kind of in trouble with how things are going. Some of these guys And there's, I think, 3 in particular. I think it's the top left, top right, and bottom middle. All deal damage to reduce us to 1. The other 3 only deal 1 damage. So the party that I've brought is very specific. As you can see, here we got the 1 damage. That's why I specifically brought this party with me, because I have a source of healing, and I have something that can take down a group of them in 2 rounds, which means I don't have to deal with multiple hits and a higher chance of dying. This is, as far as I can figure it, the ideal party here. You could try bringing Luca if you wanted to. They might be susceptible to sleep. I don't know. It's something I haven't tried in a long time, but that's an option to consider. They might be susceptible, they might not. Like I said, I don't remember. But yeah, for defeating all 6 of them, we only get 90 tech points. And we learn Boogie. You're strong. Take this. You've got a magic tab and a speed tab. One of my teasers, I said something, you know, this LP would be new. And that's where I'll begin and that's where I'll end, at least for now. Mystery of life. All life begins with new and ends with new. This is the truth. This is my belief, at least for now. Usually when I come up with stupid little things to say in my teasers, I'm referencing something. That was the reference here. Figured I'd at least show that off. One of my favorite little tidbits from this game. Anyway, it's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, we will go back. We took a look at the Blackbird. We were able to look at the North Palace inside what appears to be a blue tent. We took a look at the Sun Keep, which appears to be what it would be, what it kind of says it is. It kind of looks like a, you know, a building, something maybe like a church even. Unlike the cave we saw in the prehistoric. Only one little area left that we can go into. And that area is this cave. In this cave, we have a warp point, which leads to a land bridge. Somehow I feel this has something to do with Turtle Rock. Whatever. Which leads to another teleporter. And finally, the last area we can visit here, Zeal Palace. So anyway, that's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.